Okay, so I'm at the next place. This is a Grace Lake road cut. Main minerals here are Actinolite-Tremolite based minerals, diopside, and I believe quartz. You can also find quartz. So this is the road cut. I'm up a little higher. I'm looking at somebody's digging, and actually I can already see. Looks like the rain washed some of the minerals that they left behind. So this would be Actinolite-Tremolite. I think I might. I'll keep these off to the side. If I find anything better, I'll probably not take these. Sorry about that. Some people just pass by on some ATVs, but yeah. So I'm gonna start digging and smashing up some rocks and seeing if I can find anything good. I'm hoping for some nice crystal specimens. That's on matrix. That's my goal for today. But yeah, this is basically a very steep road cut. So if you do collect here, just be very careful because it is very steep. And also bring bug spray because the bugs here are very vicious. There are a lot of them. The other spot I went to, the Florictorite occurrence, that one did not have as many bugs. But this, it's much worse. Much worse. Yeah, lots of bugs. So bring bug spray if you come here. I think I'm going to check out some other spots along this occurrence. But always, whenever you get to a new spot, especially after the rain, always just double check the tailings from where people recently dug. Because they always forget to find some. Well, it's not that they forget, it's that they don't find something. So yeah, always do that. Because this was just me quickly checking out the other spots before deciding to move, and I found all this stuff. Now the mica is not super impressive, but I like collecting mica from different spots, so that's why I have that mica book. But yeah, always just double check the tailings piles, especially after a good rainfall, because people always leave stuff behind. So like I said, go through the tailings after a good rainfall and you'll find lots of stuff. Like you'll find crystals that actually have terminations, and like all this nice stuff that they just kind of, well, it's not all nice. I know I'm gonna sift out when I clean all of this stuff up. I'm definitely not taking all of this home. But yeah, like you just gotta look. And actually, in the same area that I was looking, this isn't a whole crystal, but man, if this thing had been, this thing is huge. If this thing had been whole, holy cow. But yeah, and actually, I'll just show you what I've been doing. And I'll probably, since that tailing area that I've been looking in is, give me a second, it's a little steep here. Since that tailing area is so productive, I'm gonna go to the spot, the source of the tailing pile. So I've just been in here, just kind of looking around. Actually, I see something right there. Is that hole? I think that's hole. Huh. That looks hole. I want to say it's hole. I might actually go and break this bit up and take that home, because that's a nice piece on matrix. But yeah, you just kind of look around and just like look for the right shape. And it's a little hard. You have to look very closely. Ah, here we go. Looks like we got a couple pieces here. Looks like a terminated piece. And yeah, and you just look. And you just kind of pick through it all. And you just Look for the right shape and the stripe for this Actinolite-Tremolite stuff. Ooh, wow, this stuff is clear. Man, lovely, lovely material. For this stuff, you have to look for, I don't know if the camera picks this up, but if you look, you see those striations on the crystals? That's kind of what you look for. So I'm gonna go back to my bag and grab a couple tools, and I'm gonna head over to this area and go to the what I believe is the source of origin, which is up there, and start collecting, because this spot seems to be producing the nicest stuff. But I'll get back to you if I find anything super cool. So this is the area I'm working in now. So this is, I think this is Rockhound, which is the type of stone that the minerals are in, or generally in this area. Where the minerals are found they're found in Rockhound. So I'm just digging into it. It's been the rock itself is very weathered, so it's almost super crumbly. So you can basically kind of pull it apart in pieces. And I'm just sifting small handfuls, checking to see if I have any complete crystals and stuff. I think this is where this part is the source of where I was finding the crystals down there. So I'm just gonna keep going at it, and hopefully I find some nice stuff. I'll show you guys if I do. So here are all the finds from the Grace Lake Road cut that I visited. I put them all through iron out because a lot of them were iron stained. Some of them you can see these did not. It looks like the iron is actually, the iron staining is in the crystal itself, so the iron stain didn't come up. But some of them came out really nicely. You can see this guy. Sorry, it's really bright and the phone doesn't like to do smart things. There we go. You can see a nice little squat crystal on matrix with a couple smaller ones off to the side. This will be a really nice piece once I can trim it up and clean it up a bit more. Same with this guy. It's got one crystal, the bigger crystal is damaged, but the other ones are not. It's a nice piece of matrix. Just the large chunk of it. Crystal. Now all of this stuff I believe is Tremolite, but it's probably more accurate to just call it a Tremolite-Actinolite series crystal, because it's kind of hard to tell. Here's from that end of my collecting. I showed where I was digging. This is a crystal I pulled out from there. Now in that vein that I was digging, it was quite soft, and the mineral in there, the vein of crystals, is kind of lumpy, and there weren't a lot of crystal faces, so this is one of the ones I pulled out. There are some other chunks and stuff that I pulled out, like this stuff that had some faces on them, but not like at a nice termination like this one. You can see the termination on the top. So yeah, this is a nice piece. And this is all the stuff that I pulled out of tailings piles. The smaller stuff is all from tailings piles. Here's one of the nicer, let's see if I can get it to, if I go like right here, you can kind of see how nice and transparent it is. It's nice. It's got the full termination. It's a full crystal point, which is really nice. Sorry, my phone does not like to autofocus all the time. Some other ones, these all have terminations. This is a really nice one. You can see it's basically, yeah, it doesn't like to focus on it because it's so clear, but you can see my finger clearly through it. It's just this nice little crystal point that's super transparent. And some of these have like beautiful green coloration to them. You can see on this one, it's a nice green. If it could just focus. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that you're expected to find at Grace Lake, the Grace Lake Road Cut. Now, one thing I have to say is that if you use online sources and you use their GPS point that they do use, like for example, Mindat, the actual road cut itself is probably a couple hundred feet further up from where it says it is GPS wise. But besides that, it was an interesting place to collect. I found some nice specimens that I'm pretty happy with. But besides that, you guys have a good day, and I'll get back to you later in the next video.